going on, everybody? We're back for another video, and today we got the MBRP exhaust. Now this is a mod that I should have done a long time ago, but I bought this truck pretty much brand new, so I was kind of paying it off as much as possible, and I'm getting pretty close to having it fully paid off and owned. So that was my first priority, so now I'm going to start doing mods to it. But this right here was on sale. It's the 2.5 inch diameter MBRP catback. I think it's the XP they call it. Also, it is a T409 stainless steel throughout the whole exhaust, and then it has T309 4-inch diameter tips. So it's going to sound much more aggressive and free up some airflow from the stock exhaust. It's pretty restricted here. Should be a pretty straightforward install. It's all bolt up, so just your standard ratchet. So we'll get into that later. But yeah, we're going to put this on today, and it should be pretty easy.
It's going to free up that Hemi for real.
Yeah,
like it's going to sound a lot better.
Way better.
If you guys are new to the channel, if you're just seeing this video for the first time, thank you for stopping by, and don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. And same spiel as always, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. And without further ado, let's get into it.
We're going to get to unboxing this.
Now that's nice and convenient. If you haven't seen that video with the tailgate assist, we'll link that above for you. Makes your tailgate go down with ease. This is called
Alright, so we got everything unboxed here, all the pipes laid out. We got the muffler, we got the exhaust tips, we got the hangers, the clamps, all that good stuff. So one thing I want to point out real quick is these 4-inch MBRP exhaust tips. I mean, they are, you could tell the difference just holding up next to it. It's going to free up a lot more airflow, and that diameter is a little bigger, so it's going to look really nice as a finished product. So we're going to get into a quick cold startup with a couple revs, and then we'll do the same thing afterwards once we got the new exhaust bolted up. So we're going to do a startup now with the stock exhaust on a 2017 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.7 Hemi.
We made our way under the truck. We're gonna pretty much take this exhaust into two sections. We're gonna do the muffler forward, the axle back separate. So what we're gonna need to do is disconnect these clamps here. They're 15mm bolts. They're probably gonna be rusted. This is about 40,000 miles on this truck, so with the heat and everything, it just kind of seizes onto it. So we soaked it with penetrating oil, and we're gonna use the gun just to help break it loose. So we're gonna pretty much get the axle backs off, and then there's a couple hangers that we're gonna use some PB blast in there to lube it up, or silicone spray to get it out real easy. And then that will pretty much get rid of all that, and then we'll have to get rid of the front forward. Alright, so these clamps are both loose. All we gotta do is take like a little flathead or a pry bar just to pry it apart. So we could, because like it's all seized up there, but it's really loose, as you can see. So we'll pry that apart. This should come out of here, and the last thing we gotta do is take off the rubber hangers. There we go. That's the cap.
Alright, so we want to take the hanger off with the exhaust, so I'm going to spray with some PB Blaster on the top here, and then let it sit for a little bit, and we'll try and get it all all in one. So we managed to get these two top hanger pieces out of the rubber grommet. So now Austin's going to push from that angle, and I'm going to pull at the same time.
Yeah,
so it just dropped out.
Yeah, so it's going to take some wiggling and like playing with it, because it's just going to be a little awkward. So we're going to wiggle and...
Hold on, let me drop this a little bit. Alright. So we got this off. Yep. Alright.
Twist
now
it.
kind of guide it out.
Twist it. Yeah, that way.
Yeah, that's out. We got one side. Now the other side.
Alright, so we're going to push this one off. We lubed it. It's going to take some force. I mean... Oh, okay. Well, that works. That's easier than I expected. Ready, Wes? So now we're just gonna kind of wiggle this back and forth. Alright. Alright, so there's one more hanger up here, right above the diff. Right there. It's right there above the differential, so we'll have to get that one out too. Pretty straightforward, same procedure. So we'll get that out and then this whole axle back should come out. Alright. Got the driver's side out. Now all we have left to do is the from the cap back to the muffler. So we'll get to that now. We're actually gonna, we didn't realize that the this exhaust pipe is not one piece with the muffler, so we're gonna make it easier on ourselves and we're gonna disconnect the muffler from this pipe. And it's once again, it's gonna be the 15 millimeter. There's a clamp right there, we PV blast it, and now we're just gonna take it off. We'll remove the muffler and we'll make it a little bit lighter and a little bit more easy to maneuver down here. So Wes, go ahead. That's it. Alright, we're gonna... exhausting. Yeah, it's exhausting, get it? Yeah. Alright, so we're pretty much gonna take a pry bar and spread the opening of the clamp and remove that muffler. There should be a hanger on the other side, but...
Hanger right here?
Is there one on the other side too?
No.
Okay, then that's it. Alright. So this is the other side towards the rear of the truck. On the muffler, there is a hanger up there, so we'll get that loose. And then the one in the front's loose, and that's it. And we'll pull it out of the way.
We got a lot of space to work. Now we're up towards the front of the truck, and Austin's loosening this up here. I don't know if you can see it too well.
Yeah, this little C-clamp is being a bitch right now. It's so rusty.
This is the hardest part to get loose because it's kind of crimped into the...
Yeah. This is going to be obviously closer up front, so the more heat's going to come straight to it. And as you can see, it's pretty rusted. It is rusted. So I'm trying not to round it off, but worst case scenario, if you don't plan on reusing this exhaust, just sawzall it all off. But we're going to try and salvage it right now. If not, we're going to get a ratchet and saw it off. But like I said, if you don't plan on reusing it, just saw it off. Don't waste your time doing this because...
You could be here for a while.
Yeah, exactly. It's rusty, but we'll get into it and see what we can do. We're loosening this up. We got it very loose. So we're going to try and not have to use the sawzall, but so far, so good. We got the one side loose. The other side, we're probably going to have to use a wrench because there's no clearance. And if you put like a short socket, it bottoms out at the top of this. So we're going to try and use like a ratcheting wrench or something to get that out. So I'm taking a 15 millimeter wrench to this side. I'm just going to loosen this off. I got a ratcheting wrench here just to make life a little bit easier. And then we're going to have to get to the other side. But we're on the home stretch of the removal, so please smash that subscribe button so we could get out of doing work on the ground. We need a lift, man. We'll provide you guys with great content. We just need a lift. It's freaking 30 degrees outside right now, and we're trying to do this for you guys. So we're going to try and... Oh, that's stripping that one. Alright guys, so we finally got that off. As you can see, we had to sawzall it back and ratchet the hell out of it. So we're going to pretty much work our way back, starting from the front of the truck. Yeah, it's going to be the 32-inch pipe and not the 31. It's going to go 32 and then 31. But you're going to need a clamp for up front, which is a 3-inch. And then you got this clamp, which is a 3-inch as well for the hanger. And then this clamp's going to connect it to the 31 inch. So we'll just start working our way back and put the puzzle pieces together. Oops. I put the pipe on. I just laid it over. I got the clamp here. I'm going to tighten it down. I'm going to make sure I have access to it if I ever need to remove it. Just make it easy on yourself. So point it in a direction where you can easily access it. Like obviously you don't want it facing down. You want it like right here. It's also a 15 millimeter, just like the stock one, so. Okay, now we'll hand tighten that because it only does so much. We're probably not going to tighten it down too much because we're going to have to...
some wiggle room.
Exactly, so actually not, I might just leave it at that for right now. We're going to take this 3-inch clamp. It goes over this and it's going to go into this hanger here. So I'll get that in place first before I tighten anything down. And actually, that might be the spot right there. So we put the 31-inch pipe over it now. We got the 3-inch clamp here, which I'll tighten that down so we don't have some play in it. We got this clamp on, which is going to connect to the hanger, which is right there. We'll tighten that down. There we go. We'll tighten that up later. And now we're going to connect the muffler with the clamps, and we'll go from there. This is obviously going to sag because it's not tight. It's not tight at all. So we actually took the 31-inch pipe out because we're going to have to trim it down. So we got to trim it down to 23 inches. We'll post a picture so you know, like, if your truck requires this. It's different wheel lanes or wheelbases, different
Size of the bed.
Exactly. So we'll post that now so you can see if you need to trim it or not. But we're gonna do that now. So we connected the muffler to the 23-inch pipe. We got the 3-inch clamp, which actually goes straight into the hanger, as you can see right here. So we're just going to keep working our way back now. We just got to do pretty much like the axle back, and I think that's really it. And then we'll put the tips on, start it up, check for leaks, and that's it. We got the clamps ready to go. We got them facing down so you can easily access it, like I was saying before. We got the hanger in the groove, so now we're just going to line this all up. Okay, so that's going to go like that. We'll tighten that up when we get the half end on. I'm just gonna do a little snug tight. Okay, now we're gonna get the driver's side one. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna feed it over the way it came from before, connect it in the hanger, tighten it down a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Pretty much just getting fed through a bunch of stuff. We're gonna put it in the hanger, get that in there, and then we're gonna line this up. It's a smaller inner diameter, so it goes inside the muffler. I have it hand tight so I could adjust it if it needs to come out more. If the exhaust tips aren't sticking out far enough, we'll adjust it in and out. So just leave it snug, everything's in, it's not going to fall on me, and we'll move our way back even more. This one is the last piece before the tip. It goes over the existing pipe there, but we're going to get this hanger in the groove first, like that. Get this over that. Leave that snug. I mean, that was a little tight, but we'll leave it snug for now. Do the other step before we line up the tips and make sure everything's right.
Same procedure for this side, the driver's side. Clamp over.
Man, it's awfully close to the spare.
Yeah, it gets pretty close. I think the max tire you can fit as a spare is a 33-inch.
Yeah,
These trucks.
Come on, I gotta get it.
Pull it over.
There we go. Okay. Yep.
All right, so last step. Putting these exhaust tips on, and I guess it's your personal preference. You can go like completely flush with the bumper, or I'm probably gonna stick it out just a hair. So yeah, we're just gonna line that up perfectly to my preference, and then tighten it up. All right, so we got everything bolted up. Austin's under the truck right now. We're gonna start up for the first time. So this is the MBRP exhaust catback on a Dodge Ram, and we're gonna check for leaks after. For about 5 minutes or so. I'm going to give it a couple revs, see how it sounds with that, but idle sounds really nice, especially on the startup.
As you can tell, it's burning off all the chemicals, so it's just going to be dripping all that gunk.
Alright, that's a wrap for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Drop a comment below if this is your favorite exhaust for this truck or any, like an F-150. If not this one, which ones do you like? I think it sounds great on this truck, to be honest. So, hardest part was getting the factory exhaust off. This was nice and easy bolt up, so.
Yeah, you only need a certain amount of tools too, like the 15 millimeter, some ratchets and some pry bars and stuff like that. And then if you get in the circumstances where you have to like cut it, you'll need a sawzall. So if you guys enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, give us a subscription. It helps us out tremendously. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, comment them down below. We'll be sure to help you out. And that's a wrap for today's video. We'll see you until next time. I keep saying that. We'll see you until next time.
Just say, till next time.
Until next time.